Ladies and gentlemen, and fight fans around the world, this is All Access MMA.
My next guest has become sort of a regular here. It seems like every week he has a fight and he ends up winning. Of course, Youssef Zalal back here on the program. He's coming off a big win over Peter Barrett last weekend at UFC Vegas 6. Youssef, how are you, man?
I'm pretty good, man. How are you?
I am doing awesome. It is great to catch up with you, and congratulations on the victory. I wanted to start first, actually, with the fact that, I mean, you're 3-0 in the UFC right now. Have you been able to actually soak all this in, what you've accomplished in such a short period of time in the UFC?
I mean, yeah, like you really just kind of like happy about like all the hard work and stuff like that. But I mean, it's nothing, man. You know, like we not want to be 3-0. We want to be the best we can be. So for me, it's this the beginning. You know, it's not something I want to enjoy so much, you know?
Yeah, always looking ahead. What was the game plan heading into this fight? Because obviously it was a short notice fight, and so I know you didn't have a ton of time to prepare for Peter Barrett.
To be honest, it's like most of my fights, like I know exactly what the guys do, but it's mainly about just being me and just doing me, like, you know? And like if I'm, like I said before, like when I'm having fun and really just letting it out there, I'm a dangerous guy, and Peter Barrett actually made it a lot of fun fight. He was a crazy guy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, very durable. Obviously, we saw that in the Contender Series. When you landed that head kick in the first round, did you think you had him out, or did you feel like he was going to be able to survive?
Well, at first I was super shocked that I was shocked to myself. I was like, you know what? I'm just about to film myself. I'm about to throw this and see what really happens. And I don't know if you guys see it in the camera. Like, I almost looked at him and literally just paused. Like, I was like, what is, he's actually down. And I was like, oh, this, like in my own head, I was like, I think I'm about to finish my first fight. And I'm like, this. And I was like, oh God, as soon as he got up, I was like, oh God, I got to go back to focus. But that was crazy, man. He was very durable, like you said.
How often did you see that GIF on social media afterwards? Because I know the UFC sort of clipped it right away. Were people sending it to you, or did you happen to see it a lot?
Oh man, I can't. It's all over. I didn't like my Instagram. I can't even keep up no more. I was like, I literally haven't posted in 2 days because of that. I was like, I'm getting notifications every day, so I'm like, man, just let me enjoy my family right now.
And did the follower count go up? Did you see a lot of good response on social media from that win? I know it wasn't a finish, but again, pretty good win there in short notice.
Oh yeah, man, it was definitely. I think I almost doubled up on my followers, so that's pretty cool, man.
Anything surprise you about Peter in the fight?
How durable he is. That's what surprised me. I was like, I had like the two chokes very deep, and then the Vaseline and the sweat kept really just getting my hand out, my forearm out every time. So I was like, God, this guy is just out here. He's not giving up at all. So that was very surprising.
How did you celebrate after the fight?
Just go to the hotel and eat my favorite chocolate, and then just.
What's your favorite chocolate? Let's hear this. This is the first for me. I haven't heard.
It's a tradition I have. So after every fight, it's Ferrero Rocher. That's what we call them. It's
Ferrero Rocher. Yeah.
Those are me, and chocolate and hazelnuts are insane for me. So that's like my tradition.
Has your management or you've spoken to the UFC at all? Because they must be happy. You're a guy that they can rely on for short notice fights, and you can actually win and actually entertain the fans. I mean, it was a really great fight. I thought the way everything turned out.
Yeah, man. It's like kind of like managers tell me like go train, see how you feel, and then come back and like call me later this week, and then we'll figure out something. It's like the beauty about me fighting like this quicker, like fights back to back, is like I don't get that injured in fights. Mm-hmm. So that's the beauty of it. It's like I know a lot of guys will fight, they need like a couple weeks, just to recover. For me, it was like not that much. It's like I think I barely even got touched in that fight. So for me, it was like to go in there and just
it's like a sparring session, right? Like without any injuries, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So go train and see how the body feels. Sometimes your body goes insane, because you just go cut weight and just go back. Like you kind of recover a little bit. But hey, man, I told him I was like, I'm ready any time. So like for me, just to give me at least 2 weeks and I'm ready to go. Like sometimes 5 days, like last fight, he gave me 7 days, but whatever. It's a fight. The UFC calls, you don't say no.
What has this past week looked like? Like, what do you do after a fight like this, especially, one so close? And I don't know if people remember that you actually cornered your teammates the week before, so it's been a crazy couple of weeks for you.
Oh man, I've been gone since Thursday, and then cornered Saturday, and then trained all the way to my fight until Saturday. So I came there because I want to train with the coaches, and the only way to train with the coaches is if I got tested with the guys. So for me, I had to corner it if I wanted to go train. So that's what I just did. I just went in, and it's pretty cool to hang out with the team and really feels the vibe before your fight. You kind of get the little nerves out of your side.
Just being in that environment, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a lot, you've been there like quarantined for 4 days total, because I got quarantined on Thursday when I got there. We got quarantined after the weigh-ins, and then I got quarantined on Tuesday, and then I got quarantined on Friday. So it's kind of like a little insane sometimes, but hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're professionals, but it's pretty cool.
Seeing Jonathan Martinez, that is, did that give you a little extra, kind of boost heading into your fight, just seeing him get another impressive finish like that?
Yeah, man, definitely. Like they said, you show me your friends, I show you your future, and that's kind of how I felt about it. I was like, oh man, that's my teammate. I train with that guy. That's I'm very happy for him, man. So it was pretty cool to see, and especially in the corner, you're like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. But that was dope.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't stop that fight a bit sooner. I mean, good thing he got the knee and ended up getting the finish like that anyways. But I thought Saenz was taking a lot of damage in that fight. Were you surprised by that?
I mean, I was. I thought that really the fight was not going to go third round. But it just, man, that kid Jonathan, man, oh, God, he's a dangerous kid, man. He's
super
a very
shy,
dangerous,
nice guy outside the cage, and this absolute killer. It's the craziest thing.
I don't know. You got to watch out from the quiet ones. I'll tell you that. But
that's
my
sure.
God, bro,
yeah.
he's like that's the only guy in the gym. I feel like the coaches don't really worry about if he's gonna really show up that night. He just goes and just goes.
Got that
he doesn't
switch.
Care.
Yeah,
he just doesn't care. And that's the kind of good thing to learn from. To see that, and you're like, well, this kid is doing it. Why can't you do it? Type of deal. So that was pretty cool to see.
You mentioned there sort of, what you've been up to this week, sort of taking some time off and everything like that. Last time we spoke, I think the plan was to stay at 145. I assume that's still the plan going forward, just because you have 3 wins in the weight class now?
It's not just the wins. It's just about my health. I was I understand, we still got to get a lot stronger. So for me, it was talking to the coaches, talking to strength conditioning coaches, talking to everything, doing everything as we can, So for me, it's I take the job out of my hand. So all I'm doing is showing up and following directions, And all I'm doing is just listening to the coaches, listening to everything they want, and basically just going to get me bigger and just staying ready. And I have the chances to take more fights that I can, That's how they say. Because if I was at 35, you won't see me fighting 3 times a year. I'll tell you that. You barely
it's a process.
You barely see me fighting maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. Especially during all this. And I was like, I don't know about that, man. I was like, I really don't want to do that, and I want to experience all the experience right now, even at 45. The losses or wins don't matter to me. I just want to have that experience, the cage experience, and really that next level experience.
I think, after this last one especially, I think it's, a lot of people feel like a step up is next. Are you sort of looking at a top 15 guy next, or what's sort of the plan for your next opponent? Because I think, you're winning these fights pretty decisively, and I think, it's kind of getting to the point where it's well, what's the ceiling? Are you kind of feeling that as well, where it's hey, I got to be tested at this point?
Man, I told you, if the UFC calls, I'm there. I don't care if it's a debut guy. I don't care if it's 15. I don't care if it's a fight. It's for me, I really don't care. It's I just want to be the best version of me. And that's really. I focused on the last fight actually. I was the last fight. I was man, when I fought Jordan Griffin, I was oh no, I didn't listen to the coaches that much. And I was kind of just doing my thing, but it was not really my thing. So I was I can't let that happen at the highest level, you know. So I kind of just focus on getting better on that, and that's why I really focused on that fight. I don't know if you guys saw it, like in the corner, like I was just talking back to the coach and stuff like that. I was like, I kept telling him, I was like, did you see that fucking switch kick? I was like, holy shit. But yeah, man, I really don't matter to me. I don't care if it's 15 or 10 or it doesn't matter, man.
Yeah. Do you look at someone like, I'll just use this as an example because you're a young guy, you're 23. Edmund Shabazian just fought Derek Brunson recently. I know a lot of people are like he was rushed and all that, but I really don't think so because he was knocking out guys like Brad Tavares, and I thought the matchmaking was good, and it kind of told us where Shabazian was at in the division. Do you look at a career trajectory like that where you think, you could be in that position soon as well, and, knowing whether the fights are sort of right for you? Because obviously you don't want to get rushed, but at the same time you want to be tested and move along in your career.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like I told actually in the interviews after my fight, I told him I was like I was rushed when I fought in LFA. When I fought the 2 fights that I lost, it's not kind of like rushed. It's more of like rush and not taking it serious. Mm-hmm. So it's like rush. Like I fought my when I got the submission in Minnesota, I was the main event against Chepe, and I was like, I just came back, took a week off. So technically I only had 4 weeks of training, and like, we just kind of be like, whatever, we're good enough, like we're good enough to go out there and beat this guy, and especially my attitude back then, he was like, you're young, you're talented, you're fine. That's what they all say. But everything changes after the loss. And like, really, like what gave me more confidence is even on my weakest point, I'm still a dangerous guy, and that's what made me a little confident enough and like really to just go out there and really just be like, you know what, even in my worst day, I can still beat you. And that's how I feel about it going on in fights. And I'm tough to fight for anybody, even on my weak day, like not good day, and I'll still give you a tougher fight than a guy who's 100% ready. So that's how I feel about it. And that's really what I want to do for the next few fights. It's like not rushing it, but just being smart and easy, man. It's like if they, the UFC will come out of nowhere and be like, hey, top 15 needs an opponent, like what you gonna do? And and a lot of guys won't step up. So for me, I wanna be that guy. I'm like, oh, you know what, let's do it, let's take this guy.
Yeah, you got to be smart about it, like you sort of mentioned there. The plan is though to get one more fight in. I mean, that would be 4 in the year. That's pretty rare in the UFC.
I told him, I was like, I get 1 or 2 more. I don't care, man. I was like,
I know, like Jonathan Martinez was like, he wanted like 3 more fights this year. I was like, dude, you just fought. Like it's, it's crazy, but good
actually, I think Jonathan's coming in. I think August 29th is coming into town, and start training again. So I don't know. That should be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Before we go, I do have to comment. I was talking about this off air. The painting behind you, your wife actually painted that. How cool is that to have a wife who's very talented? And you were telling me that you actually help sell the paintings.
Oh yeah, so my wife does a lot. Like her dad is a painter, and then when I met her, I knew she was a painter, and like she had like a bunch of paintings and stuff like that. But this time I was like, why are you not selling these? Like, you should be like hustling these, like you should be making it. And then after one customer, she had like 4 other customers after that, and I was like, let's get it going. And then it's like it's crazy how like she does it, it's like on her off time she feels like I just want to go paint, and she's go paint, like it's like our stress. It's like mine playing video games, hers is like painting, and it's pretty cool to see. I was like, I can't do this. Hell no, I can't. This looks like simple, right? I'm like, I can't do this. No way in hell. Like, no, I can't. But she has an amazing paintings. If you guys check out her Instagram, she has a.
Well, where can we follow her? Let's get the plug in here. Maybe there's some people internationally who want to get.
Yeah, I know. I want to see what's her. Babe, what's your Instagram for paintings? I think it's Kat with a K, K-A-T Johnson Studio. That's her.
There you go. Big plug
official, here. Yeah, official painting account.
Good stuff. Where can people get a hold of you on social media? And if you got anyone you want to thank, I mean, good segue here, right? Might as well end it. Where can people get a hold of you?
You guys can follow me at the Moroccan Devil on Instagram. My name is Youssef Zalal on Facebook. I can barely follow with notifications. It's ridiculous. I definitely recommend following my fan page and my actual Facebook, because the requests are nonstop and I have to go to like thousands, and I can't, it's too much. It's crazy. But yeah, man, big shout out to all my my team, my coaches that were with me on Saturday night, and my family, my wife, everything, man. My sponsors, Hemp of Colorado, and all the team, you know, my management team, everything, man. I can't do it without these guys, you know.